Hi, it's Mark Rushton of markrushton.com. It is Friday, March 5th, 2021. Lunch break here from the day job. And yeah, I think I'm about done with my eBay art store. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've been at it for not 9 months. 9 months I've had paintings up there. And yeah, they've gotten hits. And yeah, they've had watchers and but no sales. No sales. So uh I think it's time to move on. If I can't get any just random, if I can't get any random sales through eBay, through all of their promotional efforts and everything like that, because when I put those paintings out there, I also include them in they've sort of like a marketing thing where they push your image out there and promote it, and based on the amount that you choose, like a percentage. So it's like say, if somebody discovers my painting and buys it, then if I have it at 20%, then eBay takes an additional 20% on that because they were pushing that image out to people or recommending it or whatever. They earned it, right? But even though my images have been pushed out to a lot of people, there's no interest in buying. Even the $40 ones, which I'm kind of shocked that even a $40 painting is and I don't know. Look at this one here. This is Evening Heat. This is an 8x10. This is one that I would have out there for uh, $199 with make an offer. And this is an acrylic ink on Tyvek synthetic paper painting. And I don't know. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. That's sort of an abstract landscape. That's what I do. And I don't know. I think this one is kind of an exceptional one as far as the work that I produce. I like them all to a certain degree. I mean, I sort of have an editorial layer. When I make something, I kind of like, well, that might be good, or maybe I'll return to that later on. Maybe I'll kind of mess with it. But sometimes they come out of the box, and it's just like, wow, that's great, that's amazing. I was able to do that, and this is one of them. And there are others that I make. They're like, those are pretty good. I think I'll give it a title and catalog it and everything like that. Sometimes I do go back. Things that I have given titles to and catalog to, I will go back and remove them because I'll be like, I don't know about that. I'm not quite so sure about that. And that's the great thing about the modern day. If you're an artist and you make something and you present it, and then you have the ability to withdraw it. I know the internet is forever. There's always archives and scraping and bots and everything, screenshots. But I don't do anything. I don't do anything that's controversial. But I'm sure the day's coming. I don't like the way that you painted this. How dare you use Tyvek? They have ties to whatever, and it's the list. It's endless. It's endless. And if you study history at all, even in the past, even in the 20th century, you see this kind of crap going on all the time. And I'm one of those people. I'm always a big free speech advocate. And there's this meme out there. It's like somebody's talking to somebody else, and they're like, "I'm for free speech, but just not hate speech." And the person says to them, "I'm for physics, but not gravity." uh, so, and then also, additionally, there's a lot of musicians out there who have made recordings over the years that they're maybe a little embarrassed about. They don't want it to be part of their uh, oeuvre, right? Their catalog. Um, Kraftwerk, in particular, the Organization album, and then I think also the first two Kraftwerk albums are out of print. And Ralph and Florian decided at some point, like, this is where modern craft work should start. That's their thing, man. That's their thing. It's the same thing with Scott Walker, the singer. He made a bunch of albums in the 1970s that were just to get out of contracts. It was all covers of, it was like Delta Dawn and, covers of songs from movies and things like that. We had it all. And, just banged out in a day or two probably. And he was drinking a lot then. And he once they went out of print, for some reason, he was able to not let them get back into print. And the songs are out there because that's the way things are. But while he was alive, at least anyway, he was just like, no. And some people would say to him in interviews, they would say, but your version of this was actually quite good. And he goes, I haven't heard that since I recorded it. And so, if you're the artist and you do something like that, if you have any control over it, that I get it. And so, and then also if, your heirs or the people controlling your work after you've died decide that there's something about a particular release or a song or a lyric or an artwork that they're like, I'm uncomfortable with that in the modern day, then like what's been going on in the news lately, they can say, we really don't want to publish those again, right? But for another company to come out and say, oh, you can't resell the original book, where does it end? You know where it ends. It ends in the rice fields. No, it ends with not being able to do nudes. Right? You can't draw, you can't sell nude paintings, drawings, or that prudishness or the uncomfortableness with that particular piece of art in that time or that subject matter or whatever, right? That's always going to come down the line. And in a way, I don't want to support those kind of companies that are going to censor to that level. I can understand, again, if those people publishing that work are like, in the modern era, that's probably not, we wouldn't publish that today, right? So maybe we shouldn't allow that to be published anymore. But we don't want to go in and do the Stalin thing where we're erasing things. But where's the line? Well, my line is that, free speech, free expression, being able to, I hate cancel culture, and I hate the woke weirdness. I just can't stand that. That's not liberal at all. That is something else. And so, so eventually that all morphs into, we don't want this sort of subject matter. We don't want nudes. We don't want any references to this or that. And it's just, and suddenly you get like corporations being the book burners. You have corporations deciding what can be sold and what can't be sold. You have corporations deciding what are the morality of the day. I look at it this way also. Where are the future G.G. Allens of the world going to come from? Right? Like somebody like Gigi Allen, whose music is, I don't know, it's pretty terrible. This is Carmelita. He did a pretty good cover of that. But generally his lifestyle, and it was inevitable that he would die the way that he died. Although he did want to, commit suicide on stage and everything like that. But he was crazy. He had a rough childhood. Let's just put it that way. But where are the future Gigi Allen's going to do? Right? Or the Bill Hicks. You do a commercial, you're off the artistic roll call forever. Everything you say is suspect. Blah 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 blah. Always like that Bill Hicks or George Carlin. Even you watch George Carlin videos from the aughts, and would he even what would HBO do today, right? I know what George Carlin would say about that. And years ago, when I used to read the Village Voice, just like, I don't know. I liked Nat Hentoff's stance on the First Amendment, free speech, things like that. And, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people want you to sit down and shut up. There's that song also by The Clash, Know Your Rights. It's on Combat. I think it's on Combat Rock. And you have three rights. You have three rights. You have number one is you have the right not to be killed. Murder is a crime unless it is committed by a policeman or an aristocrat. Know your rights. Right number two, you have the right to food money, provided you don't mind a little investigation, rehabilitation, all that sort of stuff. Know your rights. And number three, your third right, is you have the right to free speech unless you're actually stupid enough to try it. Some people say that this isn't enough. Get out, run into the streets, know your rights. So all that's going on in the craziness of the world. And again, that's why you should always not pay attention to the news. Don't look at that stuff if you can help it. It just seeps into the world, unfortunately, and makes me want to back away from all the established big tech. Yeah, even YouTube. That's why I publish my videos out on other services as well. Again, I'm not being controversial or anything. Oh, maybe I am. Whatever. I don't care. But yeah. You're against free speech? Please explain. You're for corporations censoring? At what level? Where does it end? Where's the can you find that line? Where's the Mendoza line with regard to everything? Oh, you must be one of those libertarians. I don't know what you mean by that. I honestly, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not advocating what your brain goes to as far as extreme ends, but I can also see that, yeah, we're going to get to the point where you didn't draw that nude in a respectful way. or you can't draw female nudes because you're a man. That's coming, isn't it? No. That hasn't happened yet. Know your rights. These are actually, you know what? That's a good thing, right? It's always good for these companies to kind of self-identify in these particular ways. Because you should always maintain a healthy skepticism. of any business out there, right? Because any business is going to get ruined eventually, right? By the MBAs or whatever, right? They start hiring just the worst people. I mean, even Jeff Bezos said about Amazon a few years ago, he goes, that company won't last. When I'm dead, when I'm gone, 30 years it'll be over. He's probably right. I mean, look, everyone's like, oh, look at Sears and Montgomery Ward, all these companies out there. They were around for a long time. And then they just, Kmart, and they just got overloaded with debt and they hired the parasites, the vultures. And, our plan is to get into tech. We're going to be a high-tech company. We're going to build portals on the information superhighway. Okay. Good luck with that. I just want to make my art and sell my art. That's all I want to be able to do. Make my my weird sound recordings and get them distributed. Sometimes that is a hassle too. Sometimes that is a bit of a hassle with titling, with graphics, with things that you think are Creative Commons, but maybe they aren't. And we don't like this title, or this song can't be more than 20 minutes. I've seen it all, and I do instrumental music. I don't even do lyrics. Can you imagine? I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't like big swear record, right? You can't remember Eddie Murphy back in the 80s. He was just like, you just. I think he was talking. Who was he talking about? I think he was talking about Bill Cosby, right? And he was just like, you can't do a swear show. I think Eddie Murphy was talking about that incident, and he's like, I don't come out on stage and just blah 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 blah. So good night, and then just do a swear show. It's just a little bit more than that. That was good. Eddie Murphy today. You go back and watch Raw or Delirious. It's just, you just watch that and you just try to compare that today, and you're like, I want to go back to the 80s. That was actually kind of fun. Eddie Murphy is very funny. And I remember that one where he was maybe was it the one where he was with Seinfeld on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee? And I think it was a different one. And anyway, Jerry Seinfeld said he's just like, everything is funny. And I just thought, and he kind of quantified that, because he was talking about somebody dies with comedians. Comedians they're always cracking the jokes, and so there's nothing that is off limits. But he realizes now in this day and age here, somebody dies, you make a little funny joke that is respectful, but maybe somebody might not want to hear that. He's like, you kind of got to keep it in between comedians and all that sort of stuff. But his attitude was, everything is funny. Everything can be funny. And you really got to work that one there. But I do like how he was going on about, I don't play colleges anymore. Right? Tell the wrong joke and oh no. That's why I don't do nudes, right? That's why I don't do female nudes. The landscape's hard enough. Like, why is your sky blue? It's wrong. I know I've really stepped in it here. What am I going to do next? I'm going to leave the eBay art store for now. I'm going to start looking for alternatives, just because I've sold anything. I've not sold anything. So I don't know whether I want to bring that in-house or have it out on some sort of system where I pay a monthly fee just to have it out there. I've done that before. I might do that again. Having it in-house is kind of a pain. I don't like to build websites anymore. I like to keep them very, very simple. I like to offload everything to every other place. I don't want to have my own streaming service. I don't want to sell downloads by myself. I don't mind giving everybody a cut. That's fine. But as far as the art is concerned, well, I have to figure it out here. But the great thing is, with the eBay art store, I did learn a lot. I got better at taking photos. I got better at descriptions. I got better at understanding the differences in the mailing, the USPS priority mail. Learn that whole system, and that's good. That's good. It was a learning experience for me, and yeah, honestly, 2020 was such a screwed up year in so many ways. Just all the stuff, just personal stuff that we've had to deal with this year. As far as the pandemic or whatever, that's way down the list of stuff going on. Seriously, way down the list. It's like on the second hand as far as importance. But sorry if that's not number one. But we had some other things going on around here, and that we're still dealing with, and will be dealing with for some time. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. It was something that has allowed me to learn the system and improve my skills in other ways, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But they're not making me any sales, and that's I think like being in a gallery, being at a gallery for a year and a half or whatever, and nothing sells. It's time to move on. If you've rotated your inventory, eventually I'll find my audience. Eventually, I think eventually. This isn't a bet. Look at this. That's a good looking painting, right? Does that look like a good painting? I don't know. No, that painting sucks. I don't like that painting. It has no objects in it. And where is that? Where is that? It doesn't look orange. Why is the sky purple? The green. What is this? What does this green represent? What are these lines here? This offends me. I don't like the way you drew the mountains. They okay. Calm down. What drugs are you on? But yeah, that's just the kind of the way I have to look at it. It's like the last few months here, even before all the craziness with eBay, I was just like, nothing's happening. I'm not even getting an offer, right? So I'm just like, well, maybe it's time to do a rethink and try something else. Everything's an experiment, isn't it? Isn't that what John Cage? No, it wasn't John Cage. It was he only had the last one. It was the person who really wrote the 10 rules for teachers and students or whatever. I've got that around here somewhere. I think he just wrote one of them, and then the other, but it gets attributed to John Cage. I think even John Cage. I just did one of them. I just put forks in it. I did the silent one. That was number 11. It goes to number 11. This one's it's a silent one. You just stare at the page for 4 minutes and 33 seconds. You're making fun of John Cage. Oh, well, if you've come this far, maybe you got to know a little bit more about me today. I don't intend to be this talkative in the future, but just because I don't care. I don't care. Don't. My advice to everybody is don't pay attention to the news. Don't read the news. Try to not to look. Definitely don't watch the news. Any of that sort of stuff. Try to stay away from all that sort of thing. But if there's a service that you're using and they suddenly go weird, maybe it's time to find alternatives. Or maybe you like that sort of stuff, give them your money. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you do with your money. Burn $1 million. All right, got to get back to the day job here. That's the most important thing. But I wanted to just on the lunch hour, I just wanted to broach the whole eBay art store thing and talk about it and talk about peripheral reasons, mitigating factors on why I'm leaving. The main thing is nothing is sold. I've gotten a lot of views. I've got some watches. I haven't gotten any offers, and I tried, right? And I see some of the art that's out there that's for sale and sells, and I'm just like, at the price points, and I'm just like, maybe this isn't the right place for me. But again, I learned a lot. I learned a lot in presenting my work out there. It was an improvement thing. So I don't look at it as a waste of time. Selling art's difficult. Even cheap art, even selling cheap art is difficult. I spent nearly 15 years making music before I really made anything more than wine money out of it. So, the art, it's original art. Yeah, it's not an easy sell, particularly in a period of time where people don't exactly have, well, some people have money to burn. All right, that's it for today. Maybe do a late night Rushton, but probably not. Well, I don't know. But it is Friday, March 5th, 2021. Talk to you later.